one complete deception. Greetings and trust you are well. It's been a while since I put a video online. I have had a dream vision in October, around the 20th or so of the month. I decided to not put that video online due to the nature and sensitivity of the dream vision. I had been praying since that dream vision for a new dream vision, but to date nothing, so once again, if I do not put out the dream vision, it seems to be the case they do not show up. I did have 2 dream vision I put up on the channel in the comment section in October. I have not mentioned it in video format, so I will put it in this video for reference. One of the dream visions was about Johannesburg. A severe heat wave will hit the Johannesburg. The temperature felt closer to 50 degrees Celsius. It was so hot people never left their houses, and at night, when I was walking around midnight, it felt like the sun was still out. It was still very hot at night. The temperature will reach into the 40s and be closer to the 50-degree temperature. The other dream vision was, I am on the ground, I look up, I see before me airplanes. They look like planes from an era gone by. There are about 8 of them, blue in color. I see they are all flying in different directions, but they are doing tricks. Each airplane is doing its own twists and turns in the sky. All going in their own directions but flying in a crazy fashion. So crazy I am thinking it would take just one wrong move and they will all crash. They are all doing their own thing, and then in one instant, in perfect synchronicity, at once all these planes did the same trick and all came together. When they began merging, it was if they all suddenly started flying in a slower motion, but they did not fly slower, it was just that they went from doing their own thing to now joining. I see their wings join together, I then see their wings attach and clip together so perfectly, so amazingly the planes now join together perfectly, flying as one airplane, and the words come to me: Ireland. Ireland is going to unite. At first it will look crazy, but when it comes together it will be so amazing, people will be astonished. It will be divine, for it was done in such a way that if just one wrong move had been done, they would have all crashed, but when they join together, I see the plane flies as one. It is now stable and a solid build. Ireland will unite, Ireland will become one in such a way that it will look beautiful, and the end result will be a solid plane. This is the second dream vision of Ireland reuniting. Regarding the dream vision from later in October that I did not put up, this was the last dream vision I had, and believe I have not had one because it has not been put out nor discussed. This is the dream vision I had after seeing those planes and the hot weather in Johannesburg. I do not like to put sensitive information out in the videos for obvious reasons. I have not come to scare people nor entertain them. I also did not want to put something as sensitive as this out there because we do not know how long it will take to play out. It might happen in weeks, months or years. It is not for me to decide when they unfold. With that said, I would like to discuss a lot of things. A few insights I have had about the things which Sina van Rensburg mentioned, as well as touch on world events to how they fit into the seer's words, and also the things which I have seen. Many people claim the book Words of a Prophet written by Adrian Snyman is incorrect. Well, today I will show you there are things mentioned in the book which you can see if you will only open your mind. As mentioned previously, I do not know the author and am not affiliated with any group. I support them all, I pray for them all, I pray for you all, I pray for the nation, and I pray for the future Boer Republic, under one God and our 4 colors. There is only one future, that is a united nation under one God, one flag, one language, and though this is written in English, I support the restoration of our language, our culture and heritage. I am of the firm belief Afrikaans in the future will be one of the most spoken European languages in the world. I know, most will balk and laugh at the idea or thought, but I will show you in this video why I believe that and know that it will come to pass. Okay, so let's discuss previous dream visions and the world events. You know, the last few videos I have mentioned that food prices would skyrocket. I hope you are paying attention. Wheat and sugar have reached all-time highs, and if you have not taken action to prepare for food, then it will be your loss. The dream vision was specific. When you see wheat and sugar prices rise, the commodity boom will begin, and then shortly afterwards there will be famines. The famines will impact more than 750 million. We have now entered this period. So please prepare. Gold, silver and crypto are important, but you cannot eat them. When the food prices increase, you will find that there is going to be massive global instability, wars and things which you and I cannot even imagine. The deception is the media. Do not be deceived waiting for them to tell us about a global famine, and I will explain it later on in this video. I have not made a video for a while, so like usual none of these videos are scripted. They are prayed for before writing, and what you get is nothing but a collection of thoughts based on the dream visions, the seer's words, and what we see happening in the world. I have been asked a few times about immigration and whether you or your families should leave South Africa. Now I cannot answer those questions. Each person has their very own set of circumstances, and should you wish to leave and pursue what you wish to pursue, then I wish you all the best and may you have great success. But before you decide to immigrate, I would just like you to answer these questions. These questions should be on everyone's mind before they decide to immigrate. I am then going to tie this in with something the seer mentioned. Before you immigrate, you should be looking to the future. There is no point in immigrating to a country, only having to immigrate within the first 4 or 5 years of arriving. Immigration is not an easy thing. I have family who moved to Australia. It takes time to settle in. It takes on average around 5 or 6 years just to settle and get on your feet. That is if you are not wealthy. Saying that, I want to ask you now to project into the future based on what we see happening right now in the West. 30 years ago, I would have said something different, but this is not 1991. Why do people immigrate? Let's deal with that. First, people immigrate to find better opportunities. 30 years ago you had to literally get on a plane and land in another country to find those opportunities. You had to have a face-to-face interview. Today, you do not need to leave your country to do your work. If you work in the fields of labor, hard manual labor, sure, then you need to be there. Today, if you use a computer, you can earn foreign currency and live in the same country. So there is no need to move to another country in order to earn foreign currency. The other reason people leave South Africa is due to crime. Well, if you move out of the major cities, you eliminate crime by about 80%. In the other provinces of South Africa, there is less crime than in those Western countries most people move to. There are huge opportunities for those who can think, plan and get things going. You can fit Germany and Portugal into the Northern Cape. The Northern Cape has only about 1.3 million people. All you need to do is build a community, use solar power and have the internet, and you have everything right in your backyard. Now let's get back to the West. Let's discuss what we see going on in the West and what the seer said and tie this all together. Sina van Rensburg said that communism would vanish from Russia, but that it would appear in the West, but this time it will be worse. This is what the seer said to Mr. Boy Mussman. Russia will go under at the same time when the freedom struggle begins for the Boer nation, but not long afterwards the sickle, the symbol of communism, will be resurrected in the West and in Russia. And things will be even worse than before. What we see happening in the West is communism. Every Western country from New Zealand right through to America and Western Europe. There is a reason communism has never really been discussed in films and why you only are ever taught about the evils of Nazis or Nazism. General Patton of America said at the end of World War II, "We fought the wrong guys." There is a good reason why communism is never discussed in films or in universities, and it is because these are all communistic Marxist organizations. The West is going through communism. Sina also said that white racism will increase and there will be an anti-white hatred like never before. This is all part of the Marxist agenda. It is targeting white Christians found around the world. We are the blessed. We got to see the madness before it was felt in the West. How is democratic Australia or Canada looking now? Do you want to live there now? Now imagine in 30 years' time. In 30 years' time you will be an outright minority, and all communism ends in violent revolution.